Hello? Is anybody out there? Is it
I
me
don't
you're
know.
looking for? Oh, it's
Oh,
just Azure who's in here, isn't it?
sorry. I'll leave.
Hello, Internet. It's me. Oh, hi, Love Turtle. Hello.
Right on schedule.
You are right on time for me to say no. I will not drink. I will not.
The thirst has not begun yet.
You cannot make me.
You cannot. You foolish mortals cannot make me thirsty.
So today, the classroom, the classroom is about vampires. Oh boy, I
Oh,
can't wait to teach you
spooky.
about spooky vampires who are more terrifying than spooky. Let's be honest. Oh, yay!
Depends which vampire you're talking about.
Well, they've Type Moon has expanded its category of vampires since recently. Uh, so there's that. We've got more vampire stuff to talk about than I intended. So I don't know how long this thing is gonna be, but I'm gonna try my best to cover vampires. Yay! Okay, let's get started. I hope you all enjoy the opening title sequence put together where we talk with see all these vampires right here.
Yes.
Maybe, except for one. I One of these I don't really consider a vampire, but
Liam Neeson?
yes,
Not Liam
clearly.
Neeson. Fucking. God. Leslie, whatever his name is.
Yes, clearly
The
that
guy
is.
from Airplane. The guy from Airplane.
Yeah, clearly that is the person we are talking about. Yep. Mhm.
Hmm.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the first slide of the night. All right, vampires. So you're probably wondering, do vampires exist? Yes and no. There you go. That's it tonight. Is good night. No, just kidding. So the thing in Type Moon, guys, Type Moon is weird. Natsu in general is very weird when it comes to writing things. So he constantly will like contradict himself in his own thing. Like, are demons real? The answers are no, because the humans could not consciously handle a demon and stuff like that. So what we call our demons are not actually demons. That sort of thing. Vampires are kind of in the same category where there is not really a race. It's a race or anything. It's actually a category of blood sucking creatures that is given that thing is actually just given to them by the church. So, okay, let me like phrase this in a way to understand. Vampires is just a term that the church uses for beings they consider their enemies, more or less.
That sounds a little vague.
More or less.
So is that so like if you try to pass a bill that will put taxes on a church, does that mean that the person who tried to pass the bill is a vampire
Maybe,
in their eyes?
possibly. Probably. So it's a catch-all term. The church and mostly the burial agency part of the church, uh, it's the ones that they call vampires are usually beings that they're trying to hunt down and myrtle because we can't let vampires be running around sucking blood, causing
Mhm.
problems.
That's
doing
our
bad
job.
things. Yeah, that's our job.
It's our
But
job to feed people blood, the blood of Christ.
mm-hmm, which is wine, not real blood. But
Obviously, you went to a far less exciting church than I did.
oh no. Anyway, so uh, how goes? So you're like, probably why the church? Well, the church, out of the three main organizations that run in the Titan Moon universe, the church is more of the one that is, I guess, more proactive in keeping like magical beings and magic and stuff out of the general public's eyes. I mean, I don't know if it's like a power thing for them or what, but it's like the Magus Association, they don't want humans to figure it out, but they're like, we're not going to go out of our way to kill things and stuff, you know. In fact, some of them even cause said problems, which is kind of what one of the issues was in some of these things that we will be talking about. And then Atlas. Atlas doesn't get involved unless it's an apocalyptic event. So they're hauled up in their bunker in Egypt until the apocalypse is happening. I guess we should go stop that.
I'll get right on that.
Mm-hmm. So the church is the one that I guess is the most proactive of the three when it comes to stuff like this. But learn all about that in Tsukihime. What? You don't know what Tsukihime is? Well, fuck you.
I hope you understand Japanese.
What is blood and why is it so melty? That probably should have been the title. Maybe I could have gotten some people come in from the who are playing Melty Blood and have no idea what the fuck is going on in Melty Blood. You guys are playing this fighting game and you don't even know what's going on.
I mean, to be fair, if I tried to play that fighting game, I would have no idea what's going on.
That is true, because there isn't really a story. It's just one of those things where the characters pass back and forth some banter, and you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Like, just enjoy the action.
Yeah. And you're like, shh, don't worry about it. Alright. So we're gonna start on one of the newest vampires that have appeared in the Fate franchise. Thanks to Fate Labyrinth. Oh! AKA the series that connects the prototype universe to the main universe through the power of a dream. Ho!
That's what as Van Halen said, that's what dreams are made of.
Yeah.
Vampires.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that song is about. It's about vampires.
Yeah. So the newest the vampire are Lamyros or whatever, Lamyros, and these are more traditional vampires than actually anything else that has been in the Tight Moon universe so far. They drink blood and can cast spells, and they possess human intelligence and speed. But you're probably wondering what and I don't understand any of that. And I'm like, it sounds like a vampire. And I'm like, yes, it's more of a traditional vampire than other vampires we will be seeing going forward. But anyway, they are also a phantasmal species. Which you're like, what is phantasmal species? Well, I'm glad you asked.
According to Google, it's this. I'm not joking. I typed in that name, and this was what came up. Is this what you're talking about?
A phantasmal species?
Well, no,
Lamia?
Lamyros.
A lama? Well, it's...
What is it? What?
It's
How do you spell
derived from lamia. Yes, this is kind of what it is. So you know the lamia creatures?
Oh, is it Almyros? No, that is a beach.
Lamyros. It's derived from lamia, which are serpent creatures. But the
Is it
new
is it supposed to be a person or is it supposed to be an animal?
it's a person. There's a person.
Is it
Wolfgang
Wolfgang?
Faustus. Yes, yes,
Okay, that would have been much easier if you had just said that.
yeah.
So this is new vampire dude.
This is new vampire dude, who is like this is the most traditional-ish vampire that has come out of vampires.
He's come out of
And
the closet.
yeah.
LBGTQV plus.
Mhm. Don't stop. Shh, don't worry about it. Anyway, so
He, I'll just say he looks like he sparkles.
probably who knows? He's not to be confused with a dead apostle or a true ancestor. Don't confuse it. He's a phantasmal creature, and a phantasmal creatures are kind of creatures who kind of come into existence through the belief of humans. Well, kind of. There are dragons too, but that wasn't caused by the belief of humans. Dragons just kind of always existed. Anyway, phantasmal creatures will just have to be a topic for another day
It
because
looks like there's a few of them.
yeah.
Horse.
Yeah,
That's from the Type Moon Wiki.
yeah. Yeah. That is phantasmal creatures are complicated.
Ah, apparently the Griffin from Fate Grand Order is a phantasmal.
Yes,
Or I
yes
guess
it
it's the
is.
Chimera.
Chimera, griffin, hippogriffs, harpies, kelpies, oni
And
kind.
as soon as I put that in, Chimera from Yu-Gi-Oh showed up.
Mm-hmm. Sphinx, unicorns, vorpal bunny, werewolves, worms. Shh, don't worry about the worms part. Yeah, they're all phantasmal creatures. So like anything that you can think of in fiction, it is probably considered a phantasmal creature in Type Moon stuff.
Because all myths are true.
All myths are true and not at the same time. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
If you
worry about it.
if you start to question it, the Type Moon Police will come around to your house and beat you with a sock full of pennies.
It's Yuffie. Hi, Yuffie. Welcome. We're talking about vampires. Do you have your steak ready?
It's not easy. It's not difficult to guess who you are when your name is in like your comment.
They suck. They do suck. Suck your blood! And maybe your dick. No, just don't.
I
We
mean,
know one who
hey,
does.
that is hey, depending on the circumstance, that is a great source of blood.
Yes, it is. So now we're going to get on to like the main vampire or the main category of vampires that kind of like started vampirism kind of in the Type Moon universe. True ancestors. Blah 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 blah. Okay. So there's this hot chick called Arcuade and Ao Vlad Dracula. Well, he is considered a vampire, kind of.
It's more like he became a vampire after he died.
Yeah, he became a vampire after he died. Don't think about it. Anyway,
Vlad is complicated in Fate because there's two versions of him.
there are two versions of
You've
him.
got the real version of him and you got the romanticized vampire version of him.
You do. No, that's actually not how all people become vampires in Fate. So
That's not how you become a vampire in Skyrim.
yeah. So, vampires, true ancestors. All right. So, a true ancestor isn't really a vampire. Uh, so
Now I am confused.
yeah, they are considered a vampiric creature, but they're technically not supposed to be drinking blood and stuff because it kind of causes them to go crazy. But uh, so they are incarnated nature spirits, aka elementals. And they are, however, they are, however, also clones of a being called, the Crimson Moon. And since the Crimson Moon is their base, the Crimson Moon is an alien from outer space who, for some reason, has a hankering for some blood. Eating ass does make one go. Indeed.
I've always been fine afterwards.
Mm. Where was I? Yeah, the Crimson Moon. So the Crimson Moon is an alien from outer space. He got bullied by this other guy, and he was like, "No, you leave humans alone." And I'm like, "Well, how about we create a species to guide humans to better heights?" And they're like, "Okay." And so then true ancestors were born. And so true ancestors are elemental spirits who were blah blah blah. But because they're based on hello Sparks, because they're based on the Crimson Moon, they still have the hankering for some blood, and it's a psychological thing. They're not supposed to be drinking blood though, because then it causes them to go berserk, like Berserk Alkaid. That's why she has that constitution problem. Supposedly here it says Arcoade was born in the 12th century, but it said that she was also around during the 3rd century. So I think that some of these Type Moon Wiki articles are wiggity whack. But anyway, it is kind of kinky though.
If you're into that shit.
Anyway, Tsukihime.
It's just the logical conclusion of tsundere.
Mm-hmm.
Being torn apart by a vampire.
Yeah. Yes. Is it also just zzz? Well, Arcoade does have to sleep a lot in order to try to combat her vampiric.
Talking about you.
Me? I sleep all the time. What are you talking about? I'm depressed. I mean, what? Anyway, so she has a female Bardi, which is rare among the ancestors. Do I need to talk about something? No. I mean, I could go into details about it during my scuff-a-thon if anybody wants to be sad. But I get through it one day at a time. How life sometimes spits you out and chews you up, and everything sucks sometimes. And you gotta get through it. It's fine. Don't worry.
Any way you can.
Yeah.
Even if that means taking over the world and enslaving it.
Mm-hmm. So vampiric influences. So, Brunstead is a title, blah blah. I don't really think we need to go too complicated into what the true ancestors are, because they're planet class spirits. They're a rank higher than divine spirits. The simple stuff in Fate. The thing is they're not really vampires. That's what I wanted to say at the end of the day. Because the blood
rendering this whole conversation completely pointless.
Yeah. Or is it? Da 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 da. Because then we have the thing that leads to after true ancestors were created, they were like, huh, what if a true ancestor gives into their bloodlust and bad things happen? Well, I guess we should do something about that. So then they thought, hey, why don't we create dead apostles? Oh boy, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? All right, dead apostles. Now here's a more traditional, no, not traditional. There's nothing about them that's traditional like vampires in real life. So basically, some magecraft people were all like, "Hey, why don't we create people to be immortal?" And then they're like, "What could go wrong? They can be the emergency food source should a true ancestor give in to their thirst for blood." But unfortunately, these peoples that they created also had thirsts for blood, and they also actually needed it to survive because their bodies would deteriorate if they did not drink blood. So, bleh. Oh look, it's Narrow. Hi, Narrow. Nerskiffer. So basically, they're humans that
AKA
became
the man
vampires.
with no vowels in his name.
Nifishker. Basically, humans who have become vampires through magecraft, or they drank a true ancestor's blood and became fucked up like this guy. And so basically, so these are the main people that the Bureau Agency are trying to take out. I hear they have managed to take out a couple of the dead apostle like main leaders and stuff. However, they can't seem to find a way to kill them. So they're kind of just sealed away in coffins somewhere in the church's basement. But you know, you do what you can.
If you're in the Type Moon universe, just never go in any church basement.
Don't go into any church basement. That is number one rule. You're not gonna find anything good down there. Sometimes it's dead
They
orphans, and
don't.
other times it's
You're
vampires.
not gonna. You're not gonna find the Jesus crackers or the wine.
No, you're not. Welcome back, Sparks. And 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 it's not kinky, Yuffie. And there's nothing kinky about a dead apostle. So anyway, so here's
No, Zelrich is kind of. He's got that Silver Fox kind of style to him.
I don't talk about soldiers.
We're doing vampires. We have to talk about
I don't
Zelrich.
want to. It's complicated. It makes this even more complicated.
Welcome to Type Moon.
I just wanted to talk about vampires today.
Okay. We'll save Zelrich for another day.
Yeah, please. Anyway, so what is like the difference between the so here is like how the dead apostle vampires are. Do I have a set script for this? You wish I had a set script for this. I'm just trying to explain this in the most easy way possible for people to digest. It doesn't work, but I'm trying. I'm trying. According to some of the people who turn in, some of the stuff is starting to make sense to them, and they're scared. So it's working at least.
So get out while you can.
Yeah, get out while you can. If you don't want to be trapped in the Type Moon universe, do it. Oh, by the way, Type Moon news. You might be interested in this one, Asher. So, Saber Wars 2 is gonna start up soon, in the Fate Grand Order thing. So.
Didn't we already get Saber Wars 2?
No, Saber Wars 2 is coming out now, or next 2 days from now, or something like that.
In English, you mean?
Yes, in English. Saber Wars 2. You're going to be able to get your Rins, your Space Rins, and you're going to be able to get Calamity Jane, who took forever to show up, even though she was hinted at the beginning of the game.
Zabrak Rin. Yeah, no, we do not plan this out at all.
Yeah,
Like we just come in here and we just like shoot the shit.
yeah. Pick a topic and we see how far we get with the topic. You should have seen the narrow one. We talked for 3 hours.
4 hours, I
Four
think.
hours, yeah, 4 hours actually. I mean, that's also because Prince was here and Prince can talk forever, so
Hmm.
he's very charismatic slash passionate about fate like us. So it goes on even longer whenever he's here to collab with us. So here's the growth process for a dead apostle. Stage 1, dead. So basically, you're probably wondering what does that mean? Oh, they kill something and it's a corpse now, and it just grunts and sucks blood, and it's just dead. Stage 2, ghoul. It's a corpse that mimics life, and it's not capable of coherent thought, and its master's magical energy keeps it from decaying. But its insides have completely deteriorated, so you know. Eh. It is a rank 1 corpse, as it said, but it's still counted among the dead. And then stage 3, undead. So it's at this point it starts to be called a vampire, and it is considered undead. And it hasn't regained mental abilities yet, but it can simulate human lifestyle on its own. It's not phased by sunlight yet, so it's 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 undead at that point. Stage 2. No wait, stage 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how to count. I'm a dog.
Age, it's like one B.
V. Roman numeral H. So then it's considered a fledgling vampire because it's Nightkin. It's like a half human vampire, and it's weird. It is considered a person at this point. It has changed from an object to a living thing.
They are recognized by the United Nations as a living thing.
Mm-hmm. Then stage 5, nightmare. At this point, a curse within their blood allows them to manifest special powers from their parent vampire. So it's become a fully fledged vampire. And then the next stage is Dead Apostle Inferior. And now it's self sufficient and can create, they can create stage 1 dead all over again at this point. But they can't but they can't make a child that goes beyond nightmare, I think, or something to that extent. Eh.
Because if that ever happens, then you're gonna have like what happened in Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. It's gonna spawn a bunch of
Yep.
crappy sequels.
And then there is the Dead Apostle Superior rank, which follows after that. They have even more powers, and but they're all different from one to the other. It all depends on what happens, I guess, during their development stage. Uh, I can't think of like who the examples are in this one, but they're weaker due to, according to the lore, dead apostles are actually weaker in the fate world because of the human order being greater than in the Tsukihime worlds. How is one slightly fucking dead? Well,
Yuffie, you need to watch The Princess Bride. It'll
mm-hmm,
all make sense if you watch The Princess Bride.
mm-hmm. So anyway, and then the next stage is successor, is a talented vampire chosen by an ancestor to be there more, to run things. They're considered a prince or a princess. And the minimum is 2 for each ancestor. So there's like 50 of them or something that exist currently, I think, in the Tsukihimo thing world. And then, as I just mentioned before, the ancestors are considered the old fucking ones of the group. They've been around for a while. Uh, Basically, they established the structure of vampire society. And, stuff. I don't think any of the characters who exist in a in Tsukihime are ancestor level though. I think all the dead apostles that exist in the current timeline are, offshoots of the ancestors. I'm not even sure if they're around anymore. Anyway, the vampire society is confusing. Don't worry about it.
If you want to learn more about Vampire Society, watch What We Do in the Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Bat.
Basically, so like, why am I going over all like the dead apostle creation? So, in like Fate and stuff like that, it seems like maguses are constantly kinda keep creating dead apostles. This is why it's dumb, it's confusing, and like it's like Kira says it's like a dead apostle need to inject their blood to get it, and then I'm like, not technicality because maguses keep doing, for example, it's kind of it seems like Zoken, that was kind of his final goal with Sakura, and who else? Oh, the Emiya grandpa over there. Not Yeah,
Yes.
he was also trying to create dead apostles. Turned a whole fucking island into zombies. That's a fun backstory there. In case you are all wondering why Shiro's daddy is so obsessed with being a hero. It's because his daddy turned a whole island into vampires. Yeah. So, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Basically, every time that happens, the church is like, well, I guess we gotta nuke an island. There are some out. Yeah, this fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this asshole right here.
Mm-hmm.
Caused a whole lot of problems. Just to think, all the Emiya problems stem from this guy.
Yeah.
Because if this guy didn't turn a whole island into vampires, then nothing bad would have happened. But he did. And now we have 3 messed up Emiyas. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is it because he's wearing glasses? Probably.
He looks like he looks like he's late for practice with Ringo and Paul.
There are some interesting outlying vampires though. For example, a character called Satsuki. She's an interesting case. Because she just jumped over all of the developmental stages for vampires, so which is why people assume she had like really cool. So, according to the Type Moon Wiki, either she had a ton of latent magic ability or she had a rare psychic ability, and that caused her to be reborn as a full-fledged vampire right away. Boom.
caption still applies.
Yeah. She is one of 27 to 30 individuals in the whole world who possess a special idiosyncrasy to become a dead apostle.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
until about 30 seconds ago, I didn't know she was a villain in Tsukihime.
Mm. Well, poor
I'm joking.
Satsuki. Everybody
I
forgets.
had a feel. I had a feeling. It's like she's in the Carnival Phantasm shorts,
Yeah.
and it's like and people talk about her. It's like
Poor
she's not with the
Satsuki.
heroes, so obviously she's.
Well, I hear she might get a root this time now that everything is DLC. So,
Mm.
at least I think she was included in one of the CGs.
I know some people who that would make very happy.
Mm-hmm. So I think they're giving her a route this time, since it was intended for her to get a route the entire time. Natsu just
Mhm.
never had the time
She,
beforehand.
I've
So,
noticed, she has Sakura's facial features with Rin's hair, just shorter.
mm, interesting.
Because there's only 6 faces in Type Moon.
There are only 6 faces in Type Moon.
At least as far as Takeuchi. Well, I mean, as far as Takeuchi's concerned,
They're
there's
all
only one
saber
face.
faces. Don't let Azure confuse you. They all have the same face. Don't.
It all comes back to Saber.
It's all saber, guys. Don't let Azure fool you.
It's like that. It's like that astronaut meme. It's like it's all Saber. It
Yeah,
always has been.
it always has been.
Nothing
Yes,
personnel, kid.
I'm saber. You're saber. We're
Oh
all
God, it's
saber.
spreading. It's spreading. It's like that fucking. It's like that fucking SpongeBob clip with Mrs. Puff. It's like, are there any other sabers that I don't know about? And then
Wow.
you see Gary with Saber's hair.
Ah, but
No, it
yeah.
wasn't Mrs. Puff. It
No,
was
it
the
was
realtor.
the realtor.
Because that was something that existed in SpongeBob.
It did.
Real estate agents.
Yep, the realtor. But yeah, dead apostles are more or less the more like this is the common vampire that you will see in Type Moon. Like they said, they are not as powerful in the Fate universes because because of the humanity versus Gaia thing that we've talked about in a previous stream.
Hmm. Although they do show up
They do show up. They do show
in
up.
the Grail War.
They do show up in the Grail world. Uh, but they're not as powerful as they are in the Tsukihime world. Uh,
Sparks, that's why we call this stream TMI.
TMI. uh, but basically, they do a lot of bullshit and everything. You're probably gonna run into one almost every single series. Let's be real.
Hmm.
They're around.
I mean, even those traditionally not considered vampires.
Yes. Like for example, with the
I mean,
Zorkin and stuff like that. There, he was more or less trying to create a dead apostle to
mhm.
continue on his eternal life. So
didn't Medusa have some like vampiric abilities?
yes, Medusa and her siblings would be considered vampires by the church because consuming. So here's the main problem about the church saying, "Oh, this is a vampire," and slapping a vampire on every term is that blood in Type Moon is one of the main sources for magical energy. And basically, if you want to, so either you can have sex or have a blood transfusion to gain magic powers back. Uh, so categorizing everything on a vampire is somewhat a little ridiculous because
Hold up, hold up.
what?
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've had sex education. I'm pretty sure that blood should not be transferred during lovemaking.
I never said it was transferred during lovemaking. Eh? What do you mean, eh?
I think that's just a general expression.
That is too yeah, okay. What do you mean? Anyway, don't worry
It's
about
the
it.
royal
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Stop thinking about it.
But basically, creatures can get a lot of magical energy from drinking blood and stuff like this.
That was in reference to the to you like saying it makes you pog. Saying like that made me pog sounds kind of dirty. That's what I was going for there. And now that I've had to explain the joke, it's not funny.
It's not funny now. But yeah, so Medusa, Uriel, and Stefano are considered bloodsuckers because the most efficient way for them to gain magical energy is to drink blood. Primate murder, while also not technically a vampire, has developed a habit for drinking blood. So now he is one. Don't worry about it. That's what you get for being raised by a true ancestor who decided to become a blood apostle. Don't worry about it. To think that little creature that we hang out with in one timeline, who is our best friend, will kill us if we were to encounter it in any other timeline. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so now that we've covered the basic vampire, well, technically I have one more. Well, I have a couple more not vampires to go over. What if you want to worry about it? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's not good for your health.
Mm-hmm. So let's move on to Fate Grand Order and their extension of 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 vampires. First, let's talk about Hinako. Uh, she is classified as a true ancestor type spirit. Technically, she is. I don't think she'd be classified as a vampire because while she does have blood-like abilities, uh, she actually does not really need to consume it or anything. She does it if she's in a pinch, more or less. But anyway, this is Hinako, or as we know her to be actually be Consort Yu from Chinese history. So she is considered a true ancestor because in the fashion that she is also an elemental spirit incarnated. The only difference is that she is not a crimson moon elemental, so she does not have the like want or need to drink blood. I think.
Is her element fire?
Wow,
I'm just saying I think it might be fire.
it might be fire. I don't know. She's an elemental who was incarnated in human form. She's immortal and she's sad she's immortal. Leave her alone. She just wants to be with her husband. But I say, no, Hinako, you can be with me instead.
I can be your husband.
I can be your husband. You don't need him. He's a weird horse guy anyway. Don't let her know I said that. She'll be pissed.
Screamed 1,000 fanboys and
Yeah.
some fangirls.
Mm-hmm. I can be your husband, Hinako. Your husband is weird and not even from the canon history. You're so hot. You're literally on fire. You're literally on fire. Hey, baby. How you doing? Do you want them to be your acute angle?
Or obtuse angle.
Yeah, which one do you want them
Or
to
right
be?
or right or right angle. I just got teleported back to 10th grade. Oh God, I have no money.
Ah!
I have no job and I am broke.
Yep.
It would be another year before I would discover
God
Subasa.
damn, what the hell happened? Consort you happened, and she's hot, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
and
thirst
she
hap- the thirst the thirst happened.
yes, and she should ditch that horse husband of hers and just go out with me instead. Never. Oh, look at that. It says she's an icy fire elemental here on her list of things.
Yuffie, you get you a girl who can do both.
Yes. Yes, she is both. She is mommy sorry. Mommy sorry.
Mhm.
Mommy sorry.
You shouldn't you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
Mhm. Oh no, wait. I
Because
think
she's
she's just.
actually she's usually seen with a book.
So anyway, yeah. So her blood sucking is rank C rank. So it's feasible for Yume Ren to deprive a fixed amount of energy from any life form, regardless if it's a plant or an animal, and use it
I'm
herself.
sorry, I gotta say that. So does that mean that she just gives like very, very middling, very average blowjobs?
Yeah, she gives very middle bowl job. She's not that good at the suck. She's not good at the suck. Her noble phantasm actually is considered a suicide attack, but thankfully of her being an elemental, she just kind of comes back together after she blows herself up.
So she's like Majin Buu from Dragon Ball.
Yeah. So come
That's a
again.
comparison I was not expecting.
Come again, indeed. Anyway.
Hey, this is an 18 plus stream. It's not an NC-17 stream. There's still some things we can't get away with.
Anyway, Yume Ren, everyone. She's sexy. She also has a free bathing suit form in the later things.
Brace for impact.
Look, guys, she somehow combined nerd and mommy sorry into one form. I don't know how she did it, but she did it.
It's doing weird things to me. Mom, I feel weird.
How do you do that? I don't know how you do that. She did it though. Oh, but that's way. That's one of our things. So now we're going to get into fictional vampires. Okay, fictional vampires. So Vlad the Impaler and Carmilla are our main people we will be looking at for fictional vampires. Because you're like, wait, but you just said vampires aren't fictional, and we're like, kind of. But those
Yes
are
and no.
yes and no, yes and no. We went over how dead apostles are not anything like traditional vampires. So through the power of the human collective and servants, Vlad the Impaler and Carmilla have come into to form through the power of Innocent Monster. So, Innocent Monster is an ability. Either it could be from their actual mythos or through the way that people perceive them. And basically, that's in the case of Carmilla and Vlad. how history has written them down in throughout the generations. People say, "Oh, vampire. Oh, you mean these two right here?" So these two are considered the archetype for male and female vampires. Vlad is considered the first, and Carmilla, I believe, is the first female iteration. Uh, they're based on Vlad the Impaler and Elizabeth Bathory to go over. We've talked about Elizabeth in a previous episode. I don't want to fetch. I want to take it and go and chew on it in my room.
You're like my parents' dog.
Yeah, I don't want to bring it back. It's mine now. You threw it away.
No, you're supposed to bring it back to me.
I don't want it. It's mine. I don't want to bring it back.
This dog is broken.
So anyway, yeah. Elizabeth Bathory, nor like Elizabeth Baber. You don't want to say that.
No.
No, you don't want to say that, Yuffie.
Well, I mean, first off, depending on who you're talking to, it might get you on the FBI's watch list.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Because one version of Elizabeth is only 14.
Yeah, the one that we call Ellie Chan.
The well-known version.
The one known version. The one well-known version is Ellie Chan, who is
Yuffie, have you ever seen a show called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Anime, what the fuck are you doing? Well, we can show up how Innocent Monster has like how it can differ from form to form. So want to prop Elizabeth in there too, just to show like how Innocent Monster can change depending on the situation.
I better pop in her second ascension because her first ascension might get you demonetized.
Yeah. I'm aware.
Again, 14 years old and she's wearing a shirt that does not function as a shirt.
So she thinks it's fine. Anyway.
It's not fine.
I know it's not fine. Don't. So anyway, this is
the FBI doesn't think it's fine.
So this is the one.
Yeah, puberty hits Elizabeth pretty fucking hard.
Yeah. So this is the one that you're gonna. Who the fuck is the white-haired one? We already told you, Elizabeth Bathory, aka Carmilla. She goes by Carmilla just because she doesn't want to have anything to do with her younger self. Yuffie, have you not been paying attention? They're the same person.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of a movie called Star Wars? You know how there's this thing where Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader are actually the same person, just at different points in time?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you brought enough pizza to share with the class.
Yeah, you better be sharing that pizza with everyone. I want a Sharice and Chips pizza. It's good. Of course, when I say Sharice, nobody knows what I'm talking about because that's just how we say it around here. It's chorizo.
I still don't know what that is.
Fuck you!
No. No, I had to leave my last job because of that. I can't do that again, Yuffie.
So this is, we have a lot. We get a Sharice and Chips pizza up here. It's very good. Almost every pizza place around here has one. So anyway, Elizabeth Bathory, yeah. So this is how an example of how Innocent Monster changes from difference. Basically, this form is from because it was said that an ancestor of the Bathory family slayed a dragon and the blood contaminated the bloodline and blah blah blah. And this
notice how we're back to blood.
Yeah, blood.
It
And
all
this
has to do with the
blood,
blood.
it does have to do with blood. And this form is based on this form right here, Sexy Vampire Carmilla, is based on of the books with, I don't know if you know about, I don't know how many people know about the Carmilla series, well, the Carmilla book in general about vampires or not, because I feel like the character only got popular because of other variations of Carmilla. So blood makes her small.
No, 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 no,
No,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no, no.
That's the small one is how she starts out. You see, it's called a growth spurt. It happens during puberty. You'll notice how you used to be a tiny baby, but now, as like I'm assuming you're an adult, you are taller than you were as a baby.
Yeah. Fate is weird. Don't worry about it. Look, if Artoria can go from as flat as can be at 15 years old and then suddenly big bull mommy milkers in her lancer form, then I don't want to ask questions. So,
Either that or God is being very cruel to you.
yeah. Bold assumptions. No, you have bold assumptions, sir. So anyway, so these are
I don't like
traditional.
to assume.
Yeah. So these are traditional vampires.
Hang on, Yuffie's working this out.
Okay. All right, let me hear it out. Yes. You want Carmilla to step on you? Uh-huh. She
I
also
can I
has
can I can arrange that.
she also has a phantom booby uh bathing suit outfit.
Sherry, can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you get me a copy of Yuffie's avatar and put it in the Discord chat?
Yes, yes I can. In fact, he posted both of them on my thing the other day. So I can get it right away.
Better
Da,
yet,
da, da.
let's open up let's put a I could probably do it. I'm gonna create a new slide.
Hang on, let me find it. Yuffie, do you want the maid or the the maid or the your normal self?
You mean the normal stuff.
Okay.
I want to make this personal.
Choosers. Da 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 da. Let me get to Discord, please. There you go, Azure. What the fuck is going on? Stuff that shouldn't be allowed is going on. This is what happens when you interact with the interactive classroom.
I am taking advantage of official art.
Mistakes were made! You're gonna love it. I swear. We're granting your wish. We don't have any Photoshop on us at the current
No.
time. But it'll be close enough. Don't worry, we'll go in. I'll go into Photoshop later and make this nicer.
There we go.
Okay, here you go. Are you ready, Yuffie? Are you ready? Are you ready? Here you go. There you go. There you go. This is official art. There you go. Here you go. She knew what you. Let's see. Type Moon knew what was going to happen with this character. They were already prepared. They were already prepared. Don't worry. I'll try to make it better later. I'll make it better later. I'll try.
I thought this was going to. I thought this PNG would be transparent. It is not.
Twitter doesn't let us have PNGs.
Mm-hmm. You're ruining the illusion, Yuffie.
Yeah, you're ruining it.
Because your PNG isn't translucent, isn't transparent.
But yeah, she can step on you. Yep. Mhm. 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 I don't have a big brain, dum dum.
I think he's talking to me.
I.
I'm the spirit.
Azure doesn't have anybody's discords. Azure doesn't have a body. How many times do I have to tell you? I mean, when I kidnap everybody, you guys can then get his Discord because Azure is my permanent resident in my hostage room. So when I kidnap everybody, because I think I can make 5 subs during the subathon.
It's dark down here.
It's still fire. That is true. That is true. I mean, unfortunately, Yuffie has become my partner in crime, so he is right away going to be kidnapped for for subathon thing, and he will probably interrupt the stream right away as soon as he gets in there. So
Fine,
I'm
as long
looking.
as he doesn't. As long as he doesn't go in my room.
Azure, we only have one room in this hostage room.
Well, he better not cross the line.
Guess what? Guess what? I don't know. What? The scuffathon is next week. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I'm not prepared. I'm not ready for this scuffathon. But who is truly ready for scuff? That is the answer.
Hmm. Yeah, that's. I totally know what scuff is.
You gotta make a cover for Corpse Husband's dumb song. Oh, am I gonna have to do it too? Is that what song you're gonna make me do? Oh no, you got a better one for me. Well, if you need backup vocals for anything, let me know.
Mm-hmm. Not me though. I cannot hold a tune to save my life.
Mm-hmm. Chooser's choice. Oh no! I gave Yuffie too much power
Typhoid or
for this
cholera.
subathon. Well, you fool! You don't even know how many I'm gonna get. You don't even know how many subs I'm gonna get. You asked me the other day. Oh, sorry, I didn't reply. By the way, I looked at it and then I forgot. Uh, you don't even know if I'm gonna get enough subs to play spooky game. So we'll worry about it when we get there.
Life
As long as
finds a
it's
way.
not too spooky. I'm gonna ring the fucking thing.
You damned yourself the minute you agreed to his terms.
I know, I did. By the way, I'm not gonna lie. Carmella's bathing suit final ascension art is pretty hot. I'm not. We should post that in there too, just because it's hot. It's hot, baby.
Ochi mama.
Hochi mama, mamacita, mamacita. Hello, hi, hello, hi.
Hello, mommy.
Hi.
I'm
Mommy,
looking at the
sorry.
dog, and the dog's just like I'm. The dog's just like I'm
Mommy,
looking
sorry.
respectfully.
Yeah, mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. hot damn.
It's the legs.
It is the legs. The dog is yes, Yuffie, the dog is you.
What else is new?
I'll be on the other side. Hi.
The dog is all of us.
The dog is all of us going, oh damn.
Respectfully.
We're respectfully looking. It's respectful. The artist, it's amazing at how much better the artist's art is when they're not doing model art, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Is this the same artist who did her regular
I believe so.
Ascension art?
Yeah. Also, it's kind of cool how much the art changed. Yeah, I think it's the same artist who did the bathing suit stuff too.
Well, I mean, it's been what, like 3 years in
Yeah.
between the two?
Mm-hmm. So, but like in general, like if you even look at her like her model art part for the card, like the difference between the character art and the thing. Why is she look? Okay, Yuffie, I don't know if you've ever worn a bikini. I'm gonna assume
Why
no.
not?
I don't know if you've ever worn a bikini. I have. Those things ride up really quickly, so you have to adjust quite often. It's a pain in the ass. That's why I prefer tankinis personally. But you know, because they're basically underwear. Ayo, cherry bikini only fans? Maybe. I do have bikini.
Aren't you getting a summer model or something?
I tried to get a summer art, and I never got I got a talk back from the model artist I did. I designed it in everything. I designed it in everything, and I didn't hear anything back, so I didn't get a summer. I didn't get a bikini model, and I'm sad. Oh well, maybe I'll ask Mama Maya for that afterwards. Mama Maya is not the model artist for this. She's the artist model for my demon form. So maybe I'll ask her for another thing. She works very fast and she makes a lot of models. So, but I still need to get Demon Lord me rigged though. Surprise! That's what you guys are all working for in the subathon. Helping me raise money to get that rigged. So let me see. I think I have a thing of it somewhere over here for my art for my summer model. Let me see if I got it. Hang on. Actually, whoop whoop. Lewd Yuffie. Lewd Yuffie would have been too powerful.
I don't know. I'm looking at your model. Something is going on with the crotch there.
Sorry, we've about talked about all the information about vampires anyway, so this is about the when the thing gets derailed. We'll talk about Vlad in a few minutes after our brains reroute onto the right thing. Not gonna lie, those pants got a little too tight. Indeed, Yuffie, indeed.
It's like if you pull them up any higher, you're gonna start hitting important stuff, like your small intestine.
Where is my stuff? I want to see my stuff, please.
Oh yes, by the way, Camilla, she actually comes in multiple flavors for her swimsuit.
Yeah, she does.
Because she got a
She had a couple of craft
essence too. For those of us who are cultured and love the ladies with the ponytails.
Mm-hmm. Yuffie has a ponytail in maid form, So I think he understands that.
It's a powerful tool. My man!
Anyway,
Ah man, Yuffie, I know that we haven't talked that much. I think you and I are gonna get along just fine.
anyway, here's my bathing suit that I designed for me just to show off. Ayo!
You're blocking Yuffie.
Yeah, because he deserves it. No, just kidding.
Yuffie is looking at your butt.
Probably. Yuffie, how dare you look at my butt? But only if I will let you look just a little bit though. Just a little. But yeah, this is the bathing suit that I designed that I wanted to get a model of, but didn't happen. So maybe next year. I'll probably still be VTubing when that comes. You gotta have to yank VTubing from my cold dead fingies because I'm still going, even though I have nobody watching me half the time. So how's who wholesome? Me? Who's wholesome? Who says I'm say so? Get the hell out of here!
You need to be on more group streams. That's
I
what it
do need
is.
to be on more group streams. I do want
That's
to.
how people break out.
What do you mean? Sparks! You can't be here all the time. Don't be here all the time, Sparks. I'm not that great of a content maker. I'm not.
Yeah, no,
So.
sir.
I'm
Yeah,
cursed.
come over to one of my streams. I actually don't have anyone
Azure
watching
really
me.
doesn't have anybody. Please go watch Azure's streams. He's actually
I'm playing.
streaming a bit more than me sometimes.
I'm playing Skyrim right
He's
now.
playing Skyrim. You like my enthusiasm? Oh my god, thank you.
Hmm.
I applied to be
Yeah,
shoujo though,
when
so
you
maybe
when you
someone
get
will notice me
Gary,
one day.
when you get an idea in your head, you go after it with scary
I
enthusiasm.
do go after it at scary. I tried to do look, my things since this is me doing this by myself, I've actually, I'm actually getting somewhere, which is great. If Azure should know, I've done multiple projects, attempting multiple YouTube projects over the time. And
We
of
got someone
course,
else in here.
well, hello, I can totally pronounce your name. Hello, welcome, or the
Or go to Mir, I
or
believe.
Godemir. Wholesome, non-say-so, and a dumb fucking gremlin. Yes, that's why we get on like a house on fire. This is why you shouldn't let people from Latin-based
Like the
countries
gold,
in
like the gold theater in Rome.
yeah. You shouldn't let people from Latin-based descended countries together in a room because then it gets bad. Oh God. Or Goldimer. Or Gordimer. Oh, hello, Goldimer. Hello. I know. Oh, Goldimer. I know, oh, Goldimer. What do you mean? I'm having a great time. You don't. What? I told you I'm Portuguese. Yuffie, pay attention. What do you think Pereira is?
She's a Portuguese. She's a demonic Portuguese dog.
Yeah, too. Yeah. Don't fucking know. Get out of here. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, man. Wait, go what my grandmother always says. Oi, Maria. Oi, Maria. Oi, Maria. Oi. Too many Marias.
My grandmother says motherfucker. Because
No, you haven't told me where
is
you're
Italian.
from.
My grandmother is Italian. Is a New York Italian.
Ogurdo de Mira for the Japanese name. Oh, you're so fancy.
Now is that in Western order or is it in Japanese order? Which is your given name and which is your family name?
Salvador, Salvador, Salvador. I don't pay attention. Fucking finger slip. So was it Salvador? So, because I don't know half the time anymore with these countries. And I'm like, wait, is that a real country? I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I'm confused.
Hmm. It used to be known as Salvador, but then there was a coup, and now it is known as Salva 4.
Ah,
It's the sequel to Salva 3.
it's Salvador now. We should create that. Let's create that country. Let's do that. We
What
have
happened?
to make Salva 3
But
first, and then I'm
well, you
sorry.
need to make Salva 2 as well.
So yes, I'm the Salva 1.
That sounds like a. Is that a motherfucking JoJo reference?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Salva 1 sounds like a character from JoJo.
Mm-hmm.
He would be like the friend character that the JoJo meets along the way and dies halfway through the season.
Anyway, how is work anyway? Ogadura. Anyway, this is a work friend of mine, guys. Just so
Ah.
you know. Yeah. It's Friday, but I know it's not Friday for you. But fuck you, you die. Hola, hello. Odemer. Am I pronouncing that right yet? Odemer, or Gordimer, or Go. I'm gonna call you Orgo.
I'm gonna call you 1012.
Yes, sadly work.
Ah, it sucks.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you have to
yeah.
work tomorrow, Trey?
No, I do not because I work the Monday to Friday shifts. I would have had to work if I was on the night shift, but I am not, luckily. So,
Man, that weed just must be flying off the shelves if you have to have a night
1012 is my
shift.
new name then. Yes, 1012.
Hmm.
Mm. Hut, 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 hut.
So we have Salva 1 and 1012.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we've got
From
all
now
the.
on, you are all getting number-based names.
Yes. Well, you should all have number-based names since you're all going to be part of my undead army. So, wait, undead? That's weird.
Well, you didn't say anything about. Well, I mean, I assumed it was conscription. You didn't say anything about being undead.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, so let's talk about the last person on our list now that we got distracted thoroughly by bathing suits. So let's talk
For a good
about
30
Vlad
minutes.
the Impaler because I'm sure you're all excited to talk about Vlad the Impaler. Vlad the Impaler.
Right. So, this
I hear he was
guy,
called
right?
the Impaler for other reasons. No, I mean what?
That's what. According to Ronnie. According to little Ronnie. Oh wait, that is the wrong Dracula.
That is the wrong Dracula. It's because he did the sex. Yes.
It's also because he got sexed,
Yeah, he did got sex.
according to Helsing.
Mm-hmm. And if his memory served correctly, he was a girl. And in a lesbian relationship with the queen.
That's not from the abridged series.
That
That is
is canon.
canon.
That is canon.
Yeah. So when it comes to Vlad in Fate, you get him in two flavors. You get Daddy,
You get daddy,
and you get
uncle.
don't let crazy put its dick in you.
Yeah, don't let uncle touch you. Don't. He's Uncle Bad Touch. This guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Bad Touch, right there. His wife is a clown. Literally, she's literally a clown. She's
The
scary.
McDonald's clown.
She's literally the McDonald's clown, guys. Don't. She.
For some reason, she just really likes dressing up as like a gender bended Ronald McDonald.
Mm,
That is also canon.
that is canon. Also, what is also canon is that she ate her baby. Yep, she ate her baby. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. She ate her baby, guys. It's disgusting. Welcome to the horror end of the Fate franchise. Because this was in Fate, not in Tsukihime. Who doesn't eat a baby from time to time? Well, this was a baby that she gave birth to. So I don't know who eats their own baby. But okay, I guess.
Consume the baby,
Yeah.
absorb its knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have a lot of knowledge.
Fresh ground baby, true.
I mean, we eat veal. We eat veal and lamb.
Yeah,
We shouldn't be judgmental.
I guess so. I'm still gonna do it though.
You guys want to see what a cannibal looks like?
And some girls swallow. Oh God. I don't know if I
There's
want to
much
see
more.
what Cannibal looks like, Azure. I know what she looks like, and I don't want to see her, honestly. Ah!
Too
Ah!
bad she's already she's on the screen.
Ah! I'm dying. Ah!
Oh, she. That's not what he meant by swallow.
I'm dead. She's spooky.
At last, I'm free.
Where do you think you're
I
going?
can, I can pass on into the afterlife.
Get back here!
No, let go of me. Let go of my leg.
Ah! Ah!
No, ow, ow. She was
Ah!
biting my ankle.
Ah!
Fuck. Now that she's dead, she can touch me.
It's okay. I'll just go back into my body in a bit. Boop 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 boop. Yep. So here she is. This is Vlad's master in the Fate Extra universe who summons this Vlad, who we. So I can't remember which came first, Apocrypha or Extra. Extra, right?
I think extra.
Yeah, Extra came first. So this is how we knew Vlad before Apocrypha came out. This is what he would be summoned under normal circumstances because Earth in general views Vlad as a vampire doing all his steaky steak stuff and impaling people.
It's because of your misconceptions about this man that he has to be summoned like this. It's your fault.
Yeah, it's your fault. How dare you? And this is Vlad if he was summoned in Transylvania. Because the Transylvanians are like, he was a war hero and he's so cool. And he saved us. And he's very cool. War hero. And he rides a horse.
Don't ask him to do his noble phantasm, though. He will get pissed off at you.
Yeah, don't ask him to do that. He also knits. He's very cool.
In Fate Grand Order, he kind of acts like an uncle to Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
He makes her the costumes for the Halloween events.
Yeah, he makes her the costumes. Well, we know he
There
made
was a
them.
lot of fan art. You know what? Do you remember? Like, there was like an outpouring of fan art between him and Nero for some reason, and I never understood that.
I don't know why either. Maybe it's because they're both misconcepted here leaders of their thing that have kind of been changed and warped over time. I don't know. That could be why. Nero was an interesting stream. You guys should go watch that. No, just kidding. It's on
Is
YouTube,
it?
but don't.
I don't. Is it even still up?
Yeah, it's still up on YouTube.
Okay.
I take all of our streams and put them up on YouTube. You can watch it there if you guys want, but I wouldn't. We get into a lot of weird tangents and stuff go into weird places.
Hmm.
Prince is very passionate about things.
It's mostly just Cherry screaming at us for most of the stream.
Yeah, mostly. Pretty much. Ah, but it was a fun time. It was a fun time. I I should ask him about that collab that we should do at some point with the other Type Moon things that he talked about. I'd love to do that, especially now that Tsukihime and Melty Blood are out and exist. For the longest time, we pretended it didn't exist.
It didn't
It
exist.
didn't exist. And this is why I don't have a lot of Type Moon news to share with people before this thing starts. Because they're the type of people to say, oh, here's a trailer, this is what we're working on, and then you won't hear anything from them for months on end. And then all of a sudden it'll be like, okay, here's the series. In Tsukihime's case, it was
It's
years.
coming out next month.
Yeah, it's coming out next month, guys.
Yeah, like now that I think about it, 2022 for Fate Extra might be a bit like too wishful.
Yeah, I think it's too wishful. I think if we're gonna get it in 2022, it's gonna be December of next year.
Yeah.
Because I just have a feeling that I think the story is gonna be a bit different this time around. I don't think this is gonna be a straight up remake. I think Natsu's probably gonna have a hand in the story, and it's probably gonna be a little different than what it was. I mean, I would have liked it just to be a straight up remake with higher visuals because honestly, I don't think the story needs to be touched, really. But it's Natsu we're talking about. Does that guy ever not want to rewrite his own goddamn story? The answer is no. He doesn't.
like it's like 20 years from it's like at the end of it, it's like on his deathbed he's going to say like tomorrow I'll start working on that rewrite of the Fate route. And then he dies just to spite us all.
Pretty much. He's he's such a he's such a weird author. I don't know. Maybe it just I guess it's kind of like being an artist in general. You're always looking back at your old stuff and going, ugh, if I did that now, I'd do this. The only difference is that Natsu is actually one of those people who, if he does it now, he'd do this, and he does. Like, he completely rewrote Ciel's arc, and there are new characters and everything now in Tsukihime. So, I don't even know what's happening in Ciel's arc because. Ha! There's no English translation! It's great. It's great. It's fine. It might come out on Steam, so.
It's a big might.
Might. He wants there to be English support. That doesn't mean an English translation, but it means that you'd be able to, like, at least open the menu, I assume, if it means English support. But if it does get on to Steam, then that could lead to a translation a lot faster. Because the problem with the translation right now is it's on Switch only. And you can't get the I don't know what it was that Nintendo. It's really hard to get the games from the Switch, isn't it? To like try to translate it, because whatever the fuck they did this time around.
I do not know.
I don't know. Someone else would have to look into that. I'm not a technological expert. Anyway, blah blah blah. We're about an hour and a half in. That's about usually how long we go for these streams, and we're off topic anyway. So now would be a good time to. Is there any questions in the in the audience? Have I made it clear that about vampires? Does everybody understand now? Does everybody understand? Does everybody does it make sense? I'm sure. I'm sure I did a great job. I'm sure I did a great job of explaining vampires to you all.
Well, the next 3 hours is going to be the pop quiz.
Yeah, you'd have to answer a spreadsheet of A to Z questions. Don't. If you think that doesn't make any sense, boy howdy, you don't know me very well. Boy howdy, do you not know me very well. Basically, one of the main questions would be: Is it's
Yes, but you didn't put your name at the top of the paper, so that's 50 points off right there.
mm-hmm. Who do I want to? Who do I want to say hello to? Oh, Finley's streaming. It's been a while. Let's all raid a fish. Let's all raid a fish. Let's all raid a fish. Yes, yes, yes. Let's all raid a fish.
You didn't put your number on there, Spark.
Mm-hmm.
Your social security number.
Yeah, can you put your social security number and your mom's maiden name and ooh,
Mm-hmm.
the last couple of digits of your credit card?
And just in case, what elementary school did you go to?
Mm-hmm.
What was the first band you saw live?
I already gave him so that is true. I already gave. It's true. You did sell your soul for a burger. I remember that. So we're gonna go raid a fish who's dressed up as a ghost right now. That's it. I'm slightly freaked out.
Concerts were these things that existed before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
For example, in 2008, I went to see Boston,
Boston.
which was like only like half of the original Boston.
Boston. Drop so many vowels you can't even understand your own accent. Baby, we're talking about Boston. Anyway, have fun at Finley stream, guys.
You
Bye.
you made an enemy this day, Sparks.
Bye. Bye. Azure. I'll hold Azure back. Bye.
I'm not
Bye.
fighting. I'm not moving.
Wait, what? Wait, what, Yuffie? Wait, what? You're gonna cancel my my raid. What? Tell me. Tell me now.
You have a few seconds left.
Mhm. Tell me. You're gonna cancel my raid.
Just wanted to fuck
I just
around.
sent him. I sent him. I just pressed the button.